Hello, everybody! Welcome to PowerWash Simulator. We're the Peepolorians. I'm Lou Jack.
I'm Taylor, and I'm gonna check the stream.
And
Let's see
we're,
if we
we're,
got
we're,
any. Ooh, we got frame rates. Hold on, let me check the audio. You keep talking.
hello, what's up? I'm Frame Rates, that's audio. We're figuring out our setup. I got a water gun.
Oh, turn down the gain on your input a little bit. Right now you're blowing it out.
Hold on.
Okay, while you're doing that, can I introduce our audience to Power Wash Simulator?
Yes, you may, but how do I sound now? Do I sound better?
Well, it shouldn't change how you sound on Discord, but okay. Oh, you probably not what you're asking.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds pretty crisp.
Alright, good.
Sounds pretty crisp, pretty clean.
Pretty crisp, pretty clean.
Nice. And we got gorgeous frame rates
We're
tonight.
gonna go back to Phoenix Wright next week, but we really wanted to do this game because we fucking love this game and it's so much fun. And we played a bunch of it on our
Let's
own
be
time.
real. Lujek, you gotta be real with the audience. It's because like last time we were gonna stream and then like we didn't have everybody together for like a group game, and then I was like, well, what about Power Wash Simulator? And you seemed like really into it, but
I wasn't doing it.
but we had a third person who didn't have it or didn't want to play it. And so, like,
I think
it
it was
left us in
both.
this awkward middle ground where we just kind of talked about streaming
Yeah.
for like an hour, and then I was like, "All right, good night."
Yeah, then we like yeah. It was over.
I sort of accidentally like incepted that
Yeah.
full Inception style,
Yeah. We ended up
and
doing
yeah, it's a fun game.
we ended up just doing Stardew without M for like what was it, 40 minutes or something because we spent too much time trying to figure out what to stream. But yeah,
This is Power Wash Simulator. I'm gonna start with the first the regular like non super blaster thing. Wait, hold on. Hold on, that's the Urban X2 or whatever.
Oh yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna start off full
This is what
throttle,
you start with.
full power. I don't care. Hold on, how do I make it? There's a button to make
too
it.
much. You'll make the audience seasick.
No, right, fair enough.
What are you saying?
How do I fucking make the gun move independently and so that I'm
C.
not moving? C, that's the
Yeah,
one.
it's you can tell it's been a
Okay.
while because
And then you
yeah, I
can
forgot
have
what
the
hotkeys.
dirt highlight. So we're cleaning this fucking thing. How do I make my thing turn? I forget. Turn the nozzle. How do I turn the nozzle?
R, I believe.
R. Taylor reteaching me how to play this because I fucking forgot.
Lujek. You can also use R to silently signal to each other.
Hey. Yeah, over here. Yeah.
He's signaling Morse code. He says SOA B. What? He says soap.
Soap McTavish.
So yeah, Power Wash Simulator is a fairly straightforward game.
We played a bunch of this on our own. We've already done this level, but we're doing it again for the stream.
Now, hold on. I want to showcase the satisfaction of being able to do old levels with like new equipment. You're like, oh, hello, come like stand over here,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, oh, our vent's pretty dirty. Hold on, let me get that.
Oh yeah. So good.
They, if there's one thing I would change is I think the game introduces you to soaps like way before you actually have to use soaps. Like soaps are kind of a weird. They're in their their awkward teen phase right now.
Yeah, subs show up pretty early.
And it's because soaps show up very so early that you're like, oh, what do I use soaps for? And most of the dirt isn't like stubborn enough to need soaps. It's you mainly use soaps on like the super duper dense stuff, not super wide stuff.
Yeah.
And so you use it in the later game. But on top of that, the main thing you like need isn't soap, but just like raw horsepower. You just need to make sure that you're always like upgrading your stuff when you can.
Right,
And
right.
so it's kind of funky. I think they should add like more dirt types that respond to soap and make it that soap is either cheaper or like it's got like a cooldown on it of some kind.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
And I do love the tab system where you can be like for instance, like, you can hit tab and be like, ah, yes, I see what.
Yeah, like where's the rest
I'm
of the
missing.
dirt at? Oh, and
And
we
I,
have
I
there's a system,
yeah,
there's a setting in settings that you have to turn on that makes it so it tells you what kind of dirt they have. It's not on by default, and I
yeah.
feel like it should be. It's kind of weird that it
Yeah, and
ain't.
that's the funny thing is that like because I imagine that like if they added more dirt types and appreciating this game also means having insane sentences. Like I think they should add more dirt types in PowerWash Simulator. Like I think they should add more dirt types that are tougher but like are used sparingly. So it's like, oh, this is like a crazy powerful dirt type that you're supposed to use soap on, and make it that the soap isn't just a like a soap nozzle. Make it that like there's like a laser soap nozzle or something. That
Right.
way, you're more like precise with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and I think there's a lot of unused keys. I would make it that soap can use any nozzle or something, and you hit like F or something to switch between regular and soap.
That would be interesting. And
Oh, here's a great example. So, I'm going. Whoa, what the? Am I lagging out, or did I just hit the wrong? Whoa, okay.
I can see you.
I uh, I hit E, and instead of bringing up the inventory, it just makes my cursor hover.
Oh!
I'm not sure what's up with that.
That
Oh,
is
okay. There we
weird.
go. I hit escape and it's back to normal. I've been learning how to like make stuff in Unity lately, so I have a greater appreciation for like when something doesn't work, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I I'm starting to learn like what that could be. Where like the reason why sometimes a thing doesn't load is because they're supposed to be loaded at a certain point, and it's if you skip that point, that it's basically like, oh, we're gonna go to the convenience store and there I'll pick up gas, and then like your friend's like, oh, I want to go here instead, and if you go there, then you forgot to go to the convenience store, which also means you didn't get gas,
Right.
and sometimes like you pause it and unpause it and everything goes back to normal, and it's basically because it goes, oh hey, I have to reload all this stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but for example, in this
Whoa,
game,
what? My game is freezing? Am I frozen to you?
you look frozen to me, which is very funny because you have like the game has idle animation. So to me, you're just like standing, spraying one particular spot on this car.
I think my game's about to
Um,
crash.
it's very clean, probably.
It's
Oh
very...
no, it's rust. It is not going anywhere. You're gonna be spraying that till Judgment Day.
I can't
Me,
stop spraying it because I'm frozen. Do I have to fucking... Do I have to restart my game? I think I have to restart my game because it's literally frozen and not doing
me
anything.
spraying rust with the 40-degree nozzle. The rust. Look at us, two warriors fight, two immortal fighters battle until Judgment Day. I forgot the quote from Pirates of the Caribbean, but I remember that it goes hard.
I don't know, but I think I am actually
You
gonna have
can
to
reboot
turn
if
this
you
off.
want.
Yeah, I am gonna have to reboot. God damn it.
I mean, you don't have to reboot everything. You just like hop
No,
back
just the
in.
game. Can I
I
fucking
gotta
turn
say
off the game?
the dirt
Okay.
indicator, in my opinion, is actually really cool because basically it tells you the like dirt health, which isn't like specifically useful unless you need to. It's like a really tough stain or like rust, and that's how you can figure out if you're actually doing any damage.
Right.
But being able to tell you what you're looking at is super useful because sometimes you can't always tell. And I didn't know for a while, like all the different dirt types, and that they sort of have like a tier system, and most of them make about are pretty intuitive. Where the easiest stuff would be like dust, and the easiest stuff is like dust or grime. But then there's like grime streaks or stains that are thicker.
Right,
And then on
right.
the do you have like what was it like? Is it like concrete paste or something?
Yeah, something
Where I
like
was like,
that.
"Oh, that makes sense." I like to. I feel like
Get
Power
back in
Wash
my game.
Simulator
Get back in
is.
my game. Get back in my game.
Yes, I'm loading. I'm loading it right now. Tried to load the freaking story.
Trying to tell
Well,
a
load it
fucking
then. I'm loading it
story. I'm
right
loading
now.
it right now. Load the fucking story. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, before we spray this, look at this. Look at this cat paws right here on the top.
Oh, dude, that's neat. But yeah, what were
There's.
you?
I love how that's like a subplot where the mayor's cat is gone missing. And
Yeah.
my theory is it's the only thing that really makes sense is that uh, the gnomes, the cat, and like Bigfoot are working together. The cat was like tired of wearing silly hats that the mayor puts on him, and so he ran away. And then the cat is somehow helping the Bigfoots who are. Uh, but the only reason I had the Bigfoots in there is because they're on one of the newspapers where it's like, "Ooh, Bigfoot spotted," in whatever the place is called, Muckingham, I think. But mainly because it's a reason why things are just covered in slime and stuff. It's just Bigfoots are summoning like dirt storms.
Yeah, well, as you do, I guess.
I wonder. I wasn't paying that much attention while I booted this up, so I'm not sure what engine this runs on.
Yeah, I believe it's Unity, the same one that you've been looking at.
It's neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, yeah, appreciating this game. Appreciating this game means you start saying insane sentences like they should add more dirt types in Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, right. All right. Let's see. Do I have any soaps? Hold on. How do I buy soaps again? I don't remember.
They do buy soap.
I do buy soap for
I think it's
whatever.
escape, and then top right is like the little money thing.
Yeah, there's like a money symbol. Aha, cleaning liquids. What do you mean out of stock?
Ah.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Whatever.
And you also say sentences like, "Ooh, cleaning liquid."
Yeah.
What do you mean they're out of stock?
Playing Power Wash Simulator, like, where's all the cleaning liquids?
What do you mean? Hold on. Why do I have unlimited? Unlimited. All right.
Wait, is it
Say so.
unlimited? Hold on, do I have unlimited?
I don't know why, but it says infinity on here,
Do I have
so I guess I have
unlimited?
unlimited, which is very satisfying for the hubcaps because they count as metal, and as expected, rust as a dirt type only shows up on metal. And
Huh.
so when you run into jobs like this, you need like you can remove rust with like just a laser pointer because well that makes sense. But
Right.
if you have a truly egregious amount of rust, then the quickest way to get rid of it is with just like a gallon of this or several liters of the rust metal soap.
Yeah, yeah. I'm using metal soap right now.
I'm trying to use a metal
The
soap.
No, I guess
Well,
that's
then use
why.
it then. I'm using it right now.
I guess that's why it's out of stock because it's infinite. Is that because we're in No, I bet you it's because we're in free play right now.
Ah, that makes sense. But I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Mudguard.
Makes me wonder.
Trying to
Oh,
use
okay,
the
we still get
metal
paid,
soap.
but only a little bit. That's the funny thing is that I guess like I appreciate resisting what is it? Resisting the urge to make grinding a thing. But it is funny that it's like yeah, you get paid like a tenth or like less than a tenth or something of the job's like normal amount.
Yeah, right. Hold on. Where's that?
Interesting. You actually can clean with the soap nozzle. Like look at get up here. Look at this.
What?
Look at that. It's true. It's true, Lujack. You can clean with the soap nozzle. You just shouldn't.
Well,
If you have enough horsepower, or I guess what is it? PSI. If you have enough megapascals or whatever, you can you can clean without soap, which is water or the wrong soap, I suppose.
Huh.
Looks
Hold
like
on,
we
I had a
got
quick select for soap. How the fuck do I use it? It was just on my screen and I
three.
don't know. What's that?
3.
3? Why is it 3? That's a weird choice. Okay, fine, whatever.
Because 1 is your extensions, 2 is your nozzles, 3 is your soaps, and 4. I don't know, but I feel
Oh.
like
Okay.
one day we might even add a 4.
And a fourth, more sinister thing.
Just watch. I get to the end of this bottle and it's like no more, and I'm like, what? What? And you said infinite. It's like I lied.
I was wrong. I fooled you.
But yeah, I one thing I like that I'm definitely like appreciating more and more is the sort of simplicity where once you get the textures to look right when they're wet and when they're dry, like everything else falls into place.
Right?
Because the trick to PowerWash Simulator is that you need the dirt to look good. You need the dirt to look like dirt, and when you spray it, it both blasts the dirt, it makes it wet, and that all the textures look like they're wet when they're supposed to be wet.
I also like that
And
you
once
can just turn on an infinitely shooting without ever stopping button.
oh well,
Which is what I
I'm gonna
do
stop you
most of the
there
time.
because that sounds like a game mechanic, but like I've used a pressure washer, like not a powerful one, but I've used a steam cleaner before, and they do have that like they usually have that built in.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's one of those things my mom had to be like, you can press this, and then there's a little locking mechanism, and then you don't have to like hold it with your hand for like a half hour. And
You're
I'm
just
like,
like, you knew the whole time and you didn't tell me?
no, I asked pretty quickly, or she noticed where I was doing a lot of little like spritzes, but once I really got into the groove of like being what's the word, more methodical, then you get into it's kind of like when we're working on the playground in this game where you have these really long like strokes across the entire place. That's when you'd realistically use the like locking mechanism. Oh, we got a dirty area behind these spare tires.
Ah,
You can tell they're old-timey tires because they're really narrow. I'm gonna stop
that
using the
one
soap
would
like a
be
maniac for a second and
multi-purpose.
clean like
I'm
a
not. I'm actually going to switch to
normal.
the multi-purpose one, in fact.
I keep saying like, oh, multi-purpose. That's kind of like plastic, but no, plastic is plastic. Multi-purpose is multi-purpose. I think multi-purpose is all this. Let's see, glass, metal, plastic, stone. Multi-purpose is. I think you sometimes use it on things that are kind of plasticky, or not quite plastic or not quite stone, where it's like, oh, this is like ceramic, but it makes sense if it's multi-purpose instead of stone.
Right, right.
It'd be wild. So Ludak brought the soundtrack to this game,
And it
and you might
has
be
one song.
it has 2 songs,
Oh,
and
okay,
you
yeah,
might be
you're right.
thinking, hold on, soundtrack. I haven't heard a single like musical note since this started. Yeah, it's because it has 2 songs. It has a song that plays when you operate the carousel, and it has an actual like commissioned themed like power wash themed song, which presumably plays when you beat the game. Because I've heard the song, but I haven't beat the game, so I assume
Right.
that's probably what plays during the end credits. But like, there's something so funny about it's like, oh, have you? I bought the soundtrack. It's 2 songs.
It's 2 songs.
I'm
It's
like,
two
you know,
songs.
that's one. If you had one less song, if you only had the outro, your soundtrack would also be a single. Like,
Here's the
it's not an album.
I also didn't know that it would be that it would only be 2 songs, but like it also costed like barely anything, and there's just something comedic about a game like
Do
this
you
with a
think they hired
soundtrack that only has
someone?
2 songs.
My guess is that, I mean, if I were like a small studio, which like I keep I keep thinking that this was like a small production, but like it probably was, but it's like it must have some real like publishing muscles because of how many like crossovers they've gotten licensed.
Where's the rest of the dirt at?
But
I'm
says one of the
missing.
bumpers. It's got to be the front or the back. Oh, hello. A rear bumper. I for gore. What else? But the
Some.
oh yeah, but like if I was like a small production company, just assuming that at least the crew wasn't particularly extensive or something,
Canopy
because it's a
hinges. What the?
mechanically simple game. That
Right. What the fuck are canopy hinges?
canopy hinge. Oh well, this is the canopy on the top, so I'm guessing it's the ones that look like the things you only see on hearses. Oh, there we go.
What the fuck is a canopy?
This
What
one.
are they for? Oh, are they for tying things to the roof?
No, the canopy is the top part, the part that you would convert in a convertible, and the canopy hinge are these metal bars here.
Okay.
I think it helps you like fold it. Keep in mind these weren't like roboticized or whatever, so you would actually physically move them somehow. And
Right.
fun fact, I learned that canopy hinges, the reason why they have those little swirly bits on hearses is because they had something like that, like a canopy hinge, and as they sort of evolved out of that, some of them still have like that as a vestigial feature just because it's like a style, but some of them just have like a decal basically where that part would be because they don't actually open that way.
Right. So we're missing a door handle and a door hinge, it looks like.
All right, I'll take this side, you take that side, and
I'm just gonna blast here
oh, but
because
just
I don't see any dirt glowing anywhere.
one tiny thing that I definitely appreciate. Oh, it can be the front or rear door handle. There you go. One thing I appreciate is that if something gets like 99.9 something like percent clean, it auto cleans the rest of it. Like it doesn't leave like 1 pixel out. It just rounds up.
Yeah, which, thank you for that. It'd be so annoying if it did that. Okay, but now, like,
The thing that it calls door hinges are these basically like mace flanges on the side.
oh, and the headlight and the horns.
All right, it's got to be one of these things.
One of these things.
I'll try to. Ooh, okay. Got to get an unusual angle. What do you mean tires times two? What? How did I not clean these tires? How are you not clean?
How are you not clean though?
There we go.
Are you clean?
This is this car was designed back when a horn actually had like a funky horn shape.
Which one of you guys is PowerWash?
There's actually one of the emails you get, which I love in games when there's like an email system and like
Aha!
characters will
I
send you
see you.
stuff. But there's one, I think it was from like the firefighter or something, that's like, hey, also, I don't know if you know this, but like power washing is with heated water. So if you're using just a pressure pack or whatever, then that's pressure washing, not power washing. And I thought that was really funny for some reason, where like someone had considered that nitpick, but also I thought it was neat because I was like, that opens up new avenues. Like, what if you do run into, like, I like the concept of the game just escalating more and more over time. They just add more dirt types and more powerful like washing systems, and so at eventually you get to stuff that like it's like, oh, this dirt is like crystallized and it needs to be like it needs hot water to like melt it down before it slides off. It's like,
right,
ah, yes, this is. Oh, yeah, like a thing that's like, oh, this is ice. You can blast it off, but you can blast it off way faster with hot water.
right.
Like stuff
Okay,
like
which one
that.
of these mirrors is still dirty?
It says here, all right. It says there are 4 wing mirrors.
And only one of them's still dirty.
Yeah, the top right
Is
one.
it top right one?
There we
Ah,
go.
okay, good, good, good. Nice,
I
nice,
forgot if there
nice.
was emotes. I don't think there is, but there should be
There
because it's
should
funny.
definitely be emotes in a game like this. Look at our work. Look at all the work we're doing. That's what our
The thing is,
that's what it looks like.
emotes. I think emotes do deserve to be in like even in single player games, not as DLC or whatever because it's dumb, but it's because when you're playing the game, one, it's funny when you're playing the game, and two, it's funny when you're streaming the game, and you can like you can just do various like ooh, heart hands.
Yeah, right.
Is it the cat? That's the cat! That's the cat! There it goes!
Wait, what? Hold on. There's a cat.
I heard, according
Where
to
is it? Where
legend,
is
you
it?
could see the cat at the start of the game, and it actually is there.
Where is it? I
It'll be
don't
on
see it.
top of this shed.
Hold on. Does that cat show up in every level?
I think some people claimed that, but I'm pretty sure it's just what's it called? It's only some levels.
Hold on. Did we have a ladder in this level? I don't think we did.
I don't think so. I think we have a step stool, but not a ladder.
Oh my God!
As
There's
you can
so
tell,
much
there
shit
was
here.
yeah, there was a there's some kind of a Sasquatch storm that blew through here.
Yeah, right. Look at us, couple of cards cleaning wood and shit.
Just think, when in doubt, when streaming, it's like, what would the Game Grumps do?
They're
Clearly, we need to give every character a colorful voice. A colorful character. And then just, like, go to that well every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's also why it's, like, ironic, just, like, ironically, it's, games that, like, don't have voice acting, that then have, like, sequels that do, are actually, like, worse for the Game Grumps, at least in my opinion. Just because, like, when it's text, they get to read the voices.
Yeah, yeah. They actually did the whole Sam and Max game, which I haven't watched the last episode yet, but they deliberately turned down the voices so that they could read all the character lines without them talking.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And at first I was like, well, I kind of want to hear the characters talk, but then I was like, no, this is right. This was the right thing to do.
I'm trying to remember that there's this one Sam and Max quote.
My fucking... Okay, there we go. It stopped for a minute. I thought it was going to freeze
quote that I would
again.
say constantly while playing the Yakuza
No,
series.
Nope, it froze again.
And-
Okay, working again. Stop doing that. Quit lagging on me, game. That ain't cool. Sorry, continue.
Cleaning some rocks. And it was Sam going, I think we could all learn an important lesson from this. I'll be darned if I can figure out what it is.
Darn if I can figure out what it is, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that, but after like every fight in the Yakuza series, where someone's just like, "Hey, you," and they just pick a fight with you, and then like you just wreck an entire like crew.
Yeah.
And you're like, "All right," and then I pick up some money, and it's just I'm just sitting there like, I feel like we can learn an important lesson from this.
Darn if I can
figure
figure what it is, though. Yeah, Rick and Morty had an episode like that too before it got less good and decided to abandon the whole arc about Rick caring about his family and having a deeper character arc. Before the next season was just like, no, I'm just gonna topple down the government, everything back to the status quo. Like, come on, you set so much up last season. What happened?
There is like a grand irony in that, like, if we didn't have like a massive amount of like kids shows that have like extensive plots, we wouldn't have as much of like a frame of reference. But like now that standard is now so much higher, that like it just feels awkward when a show that has like a high rating that's supposed to be for adults doesn't have that much continuity.
Yeah.
It's like guys, we can handle big plots. Like you're on like streaming services now. Like people are watching this on purpose.
I mean, Gravity Falls felt like a sort of relatively episodic show, but it still had like a connecting story to it. Like,
I mean, heck yeah, that got like it got real dense.
It did. Hold on, what was it? It says reality's reality is reality is fake. The universe is
illusion. The universe is a hologram.
Buy gold, buy.
Buy gold, buy.
Reality is fake. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold, buy. Oh my God.
Gold, of course. I recently wrapped. I don't think I mentioned this last like episode or whatever. But I wrapped up the Owl House, and it was quite good.
It was so good. I love the.
I'm still grumpy that I'm wondering what the like actual like deal was with its not like in quotes like not quite cancellation. Where like how does that happen? Where it's canceled but it's not, and then they just like make another season but with like different sized episodes that
What
were presumably like online or as specials, or I don't know how they're normally distributed.
what I don't get is how were so many people talking about Thor: Love and Thunder being the gayest thing when like Owl House exists? They had one scene at the
It really
very end
wasn't.
where two guys hooked up, the same as any other children's cartoon for gay representation at the time. The same with Amphibia, the same with Legend of Korra, the same with
To
literally
be, you know,
every
it's
other
funny. To be
fucking
fair,
show.
considering how Love and Thunder was like sort of chopped up and like Frankenstein back together, I wouldn't be surprised if. Hold on. That's gonna be my like release the Snyderverse. It's release the gay cut of Thor: Love and Thunder.
I did like where he
Like the
was.
whatever what is the director's cut of Thor: Love and Thunder, where like presumably there's a good movie in there that was just like obliterated in
Yeah.
editing.
Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder is one of those fun movies that has like a lot of jokes that make me laugh, and I'm one of those people that are kind of simple enough that I will distract me from how not great everything else actually is, which worked for me because everyone else was
Oh
like,
no.
"Here's everything that's wrong with Thor: Love and Thunder," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess it's not
Blue
that
Jack
great."
is like, funny joke?
Yeah, it's just haha. Thor
The
got
puppet of
stripped and
Yoda.
he's totally cool with it. What confidence? Oh wait, the rest of this movie is kind of lame. How come he doesn't get a lot of moments with Jane Foster? Why would the daughter have to? A lot of this doesn't make sense. Wait a minute. How come the Guardians
Also,
disappeared?
Thor having a commemorative tattoo about his brother is like it goes hard, but the fact that it's revealed in a comedic moment just
Kind of
that
ruins it.
yeah, it completely
Yeah.
ruins it. It's kind of like if John Wick was like changing into his suit and you saw like his gang tattoos and then he like farted.
Yeah, right. Man, am I the only one who was super stoked to have Thor actually hanging out with the Guardians just for him to like not fucking hang out with the
Yeah,
Guardians?
that's part of it. It's like do you think that they like do you think they were mulling it over on like a weekend and like okay, well we not need a Thor movie, but it's not a Guardians movie. So how do we get Thor to just not be in the Guardians? It's like, well, he's doing his own thing. It's like, yeah, but how do we do that like as expeditiously as possible? Like he
Yeah.
just straight up was just leaving, and I was like, Thor leaving the Guardians, like I want to leave the theater.
Yeah, right.
Or like, congrats on making me feel how Thor must have felt in the sense, or not as that joke, but like in the sense that like they sort of did it on accident, where it's like, ah, yes, I see the appeal of Thor working on his own, but only because like they didn't set up any chemistry between him and the Guardians, so you kind of want him to just get on to whatever he's gonna do as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's an accident though.
Yeah, I was too distracted by Zeus stripping Thor, Thor being too confident to care about it, and everyone else being like, oh yeah, it was actually pretty great
Yeah, a
when you were
keyword
naked
on
for a minute there.
accident too.
What's that?
Also on accident because he was trying to take off his disguise.
Yeah, yeah. Also an accident. You were humiliated. No, I was naked, which was fine with me. Were you guys fine with that?
And for a moment I was really hoping that the like as dumb as the joke setup already is, I was kind of hoping that like Zeus's, I don't know who they are, presumably Zeus's daughters or whatever, they're just like, oh, he smells bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they fainted, not because you were handsome, but because I don't know, they think you look weird.
Right. Uh, this all plastic. I will switch to my plastic soap. You know, we have infinite soap, so we can
Also,
just use soap
someone
non-stop.
mentioned this and I can't unsee it, which was like, someone's like, you know, ever since what was it? Ever since what's his name? Daniel Craig's James Bond. Uh, Body hair just hasn't been as popular with like action characters, and and they put it out of like all these guys completely shaven and waxed. Thor, Norse god from like medieval times, completely shaved and waxed.
That is
And I was
very
like,
weird.
that actually is super weird now that I think about it. Are we sure that he isn't in like some kind of ice giant or like a mutant or something?
uh,
Someone was like, okay, but like we don't know what Odin's hair color was, but Hela has completely black dark hair, and Loki has completely black dark hair. Do you think Thor should have been like, wait, am I adopted? Wait, hold
right?
on, Odin, what was your Dad? What was your hair color?
Wait, how come my hair color doesn't match anyone here? I'm so confused. uh,
It really. I was telling a friend this the other day, where like I've been thinking about how um, movies and such, or comic book movies, are taking like arcs from the comics and sort of doing their own thing with that arc. And the only real limitation there, like uh, comic movies aren't like book movies. Like we're past that era where instead of trying to recreate something recreate something faithfully and getting mad if it's not adapted faithfully, it's more about capturing like some of the general principles and themes while also playing with the medium. And what was it? But I had this like realization where where Disney now has like all of these copyrights to use and all of these stories, but like they're making films faster than like the comics are being made, and I wonder if we're gonna have like a Full Metal Alchemist or like Naruto or whatever situation where
it's
they're
just gonna be
gonna
a
run
bunch
out
of
of
filler that
they're
means
gonna run out
absolutely
of arc
nothing and goes
ideas
nowhere.
because they've used all of them in movies and very rapidly, and they also can't reuse them.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be a bunch of filler shit that means absolutely nothing and goes nowhere. Like 75% of Naruto. Listen, man, I watched all of Naruto. It's an amazing series. That filler, like, remake
Naruto is
Naruto. We
12
need.
volumes long and like 120 episodes long.
Naruto needs, like, a Brotherhood remake situation where it cuts out all of the
Ooh.
filler and gets rid of all the weird, like, transphobic humor.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Naruto Brotherhood.
Yeah, Naruto Brotherhood.
Full Middle Malcolmist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
There's just that where it's Malcolm in the middle, and it says Full Middle Malcolmist.
Full Metal Alchemist. Wait.
It was one of my favorite like dumb memes. Full Middle Malcolmist.
Full Metal Alchemist. Gay rat wedding.
I told my brother, I was like, what if right before you fell asleep at night you heard the narrator say Full Metal Alchemist, and then when you woke up it said Full Metal Alchemist.
That sounds like something that I would wish for in like a Family Guy style cutaway gag with a genie.
That 100%. It's like I wasted my wish on having the Full Metal Alchemist theme play whenever I wake up. Full Metal Alchemist. I'm ready for the day. Where's my train of thought? Oh, right. Plot lines. We had a Kree and Skrulls introduced, and we're still gonna have like Secret Wars or whatever. But I was thinking like, okay, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have Armor Wars, and I just need to like get caught up on what other like events would work with what we currently have as far as like the plot lines. But it's like we're not gonna have like World War Hulk or Planet Hulk or World War Hulk because they already used ideas from it.
I'm actually especially mad about the World War Hulk one because it's a story that I haven't read yet, but one that I would really like to because it's one of the more interesting looking ones to me.
Yes.
Because
yes,
the whole thing was like they sent him off because they thought he was too dangerous, and then he made a life there, had a family, lost the family, came back angry, evacuated all the citizens so that he could just go ham on the Avengers for jettisoning him out of the That's not the right word. Whatever, you know what I mean. For getting rid of him
Yeeting
and
him into the cosmos.
yeah, and just beat the fuck out of everyone. And I think there was a line in there somewhere where he said, like, my ward did not kill anyone or something like that, basically being like, look, man, I came here to kick all your asses and I did it without killing any innocent people. I'm not as dangerous as y'all keep pretending I am, or something like that. I don't know if that was an
Yeah,
actual thing or
yeah.
not, if
Look,
I had just
I
made that
mean,
up, but
honestly, I was
the
gonna
theme is
say,
there.
I look forward to to what is it, the totally amazing Hulk or whatever with Amadeus Cho,
Totally awesome
and
Hulk.
yeah, and the thing is, on one hand, I'm looking forward to that, but on the other hand, I'm kind of dreading it, if only because like all the other Avengers are already like getting replaced before they really got to do much, like
Wasn't there
do very
also...
much.
Yeah, wasn't there also a thing with Amadeus Cho where he talked to the Hulk about being worried about losing control like he
He's like,
does, and the
yeah,
Hulk
I'm
was
worried
like,
I'm gonna lose control. It's like, bro, the Hulk isn't just like nuclear powered. He's also like a product of like your own psyche and stuff. And
listen...
like,
Yeah, he's
I'm
basically
like
like...
the
He's
I've
basically
got
like,
like some serious
listen,
emotional
man.
baggage.
Yeah, he's like, listen, man, listen. I'm not just radioactive. I also have legit split personality disorder. That's not a Hulk thing. That's a me thing. I need to deal with that. You don't have that. You'll
Which is
be fine.
also which is also why like I'm direly worried because like there's no way that we're gonna have an Immortal Hulk storyline unless Disney like completely lets go of the
Oh,
reins and lets someone incredibly incredibly self-aware to do it.
yeah, that's a fucking bummer. Get who is it? The Mandalorian guy? Was that Dave Filoni? Was it Dave Filoni or John Favreau? I don't
I was
remember.
gonna well one those guys are literally already in Marvel. But no, my pitch was like like a Jordan Peele type, or a Jordan Peele type because he's already done horror movies, so he actually would do really well, or a Boots Riley type because Boots Riley is ballsy enough to be like, hey, what if Hulk smashed the establishment?
What if you got the writer from BoJack to do it?
What if we just got like the writing crew of BoJack to just do an animated Doom Patrol? No, wait, that's a little too out there.
I mean, I could see it, but maybe later once we've already had the good shit with the live action one.
Yeah,
I don't know,
it
maybe.
is weird how like it is kind of funky that
I
like
really want to get
DC
on top
has
of this
like
shit and I can't.
two and a
It's very
half like
annoying.
universes going on.
Wait. Haha! There we go. Yeah, it's frustrating. I made it.
I love that. I love that thing where it's reverse flash and it just says, "No, this one wasn't me, Barry. This one wasn't me. This is entirely your fault." And it's just like reviews on the Flash. I honestly forgot that the movie was just going to be called The Flash and not like, and that like basically I forgot because what was it? Because it was like a multiverse event, and I figured it was going to be more like Flashpoint or like Justice League, but no.
Isn't the actor also shady as hell? I don't remember.
Ezra, what's his name? Yes.
Keeps doing
I
illegal
forget
shit or
the actual
something.
like playlist, but I know that that he's done various misdemeanors in various states of the United States, and the joke is basically like, oh, he's running around the United States so fast, just getting into bar fights and stealing from grandmas or whatever. It's like, are you sure he's not the Reverse Flash?
Weird choice. Weird choice
Yeah,
to
which is funny
have.
because I'm like, because
You
I'm
could have
looking
just
at
gone the CW guy. As mediocre as that show is, he's actually good, I think. Like, I would have
well,
enjoyed him being in the
that's the
movie.
funniest part. I'm like, guys, one, you don't need a movie to reboot your universe. If anything, you're wasting a movie's budget on a reboot that you can save for later. Like, you know how I was just saying, like, oh, if you use a plot line, you can't use it again. Well, if you start your new cinematic universe with Flashpoint, you can't have it later
Yeah,
unless
DC.
otherwise it'll be really silly.
Yeah, DC really
I know that Flashpoint's
desperately.
supposed to be like a universe ender, but still,
Yeah,
we can save that for later.
DC really tried desperately to like do the Marvel thing, catch up to where they were. Had like 3 good movies, or well, I guess 4. I haven't seen Black Adam yet, but I've heard it's good. And then decided to completely
It's decent,
scrap
yeah.
the entire continuity.
Which is like, which is
Like,
wild
bro,
because
what are you
it's like
doing?
it makes me wonder like do they is the assumption that like is it is the assumption that like what they made isn't good enough and they're perfectionists about it and that like they can't just do soft reboots, or is it just like is the actual trick that they're pitching a cinematic universe that'll never quite come together but people are always excited about cinematic universes, and so basically they're pulling a multiverse, was it a superhero multiverse version of like Star Citizen, where they're like, "Yep, we're gonna make a superhero multiverse franchise. Better come see it." And everybody sees it, and then they're like, "Yep, rebooting again. We didn't do it right. Sorry."
Yeah, like, oh, look, if you reboot the entire DCEU again and you still make Batman way older than he's supposed to be, I'm
The
just not
absolute
going to
balls.
watch any more of your shit. I will probably go watch the Robert Pattinson movie at some point and then just never touch any more Batman shit again for WB. I'm sick of this obsession with old Batman. Old Batman does not exist until
didn't even
after
earn
his
him.
adventures with the DC crew. He deserves his younger days. Give him his younger days, you cowards. Oh, sorry.
There's something so funny. There's something really funny about like I mentioned this. I was like, I set this up earlier on where it's like if the Snyderverse was exactly as Zack Snyder actually wanted it, then Batman wouldn't even be in that many movies because he wanted to start with an old Batman, which means he would get 1 or 2 movies and he would have to pass the mantle off. And unless you're doing the weird Batman thing where he's always old, but he just never really ages from there. But like, but the absolute balls to be like, oh, we're gonna go into another universe where Batman is slightly older.
Are they actually doing that? Are they making him slightly?
We run into another old Batman, like it's already like in the the trailer and such, that there will be another old Batman that Flash runs into.
Okay, but is that
like,
our Batman?
I really hope that's not going to be main line.
Like,
because,
is that
like,
our Batman or is that
now.
his dad Batman from Flashpoint? Because if it's his dad Batman
I
from
don't know
Flashpoint,
which
that
Batman's
makes sense.
it's supposed to be.
But
I know he's. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be one from the older movies as like a gag.
oh yeah, wasn't it Michael Keaton or something?
Yeah.
I'm
like,
sick of old Batman.
But like,
Look, the only reason I should
dude.
be seeing an old Batman is if Terry McGinnis is on screen doing shit. That's the only time old Batman should exist. Never in any other situation. Like,
I just realized that like I would be okay with standalone Batman movies if it had like the attitude of like Batman Incorporated / like John Wick, where it was like a vehicle for really elaborate, really cool like fight scenes, and it just like built up like one big chunky plot per movie.
yeah,
Like that'd be pretty good, and it would be I would say like because normally I'm always pitching multiverse stuff, not multiverse, like crossover stuff where like oh yeah these characters exist in the same universe and they should hang out together.
yeah.
But like if you are gonna do Batman solo stuff like. It really should be like stunt heavy.
It should be young Batman. It should be young Batman. I'm sick of old Batman. I never want to see old Batman again unless he's in a Terry McGinnis movie. Otherwise,
that's the funniest part is that it's like okay, so you have a Batman who kills but doesn't. You have a Batman who kills who doesn't kill the Joker after Joker is killed Robin, and he's also not looking for a Robin at the time, and he's old. So like you have like you made what's the word? You made Batman a dying breed, like on purpose.
Yeah. Look, I can't handle old Batman in like the prime days of everyone else because one, he's the only old guy there and he shouldn't be. Two, I'm depressed because every time I look at him, I know he's not going to be around to train Terry McGinnis because he's going to be dead by the time Terry McGinnis exists. And it's not fair. Like, if I know that Terry McGinnis isn't going to be around to get trained by this guy later in life, then I'm depressed the whole time. If you're, it doesn't work. Old Batman doesn't work. Old Batman doesn't work unless he's in a Terry McGinnis movie. Stop trying to do it.
You know, yeah, fair enough. What's the word?
You could have like a sort of later Batman days where it's him like in the first episode of Batman Beyond where he's old but still active.
Doghouse Door.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like if you have a whole movie that focuses on that point of his life, but it's not during the time when all the cool shit is supposed to be happening, it's after all of that when he's already had a long career with the rest of the characters.
I keep
like it's supposed to be.
I keep thinking of like gags of like weird stuff that the Flash saw while he was running between like universes, and he's like, I saw this stuff. I saw like. I saw a world where like we were all like gender swapped. I saw a world where there was like a black Superman. That was cool. I saw a world that was like it was like really gray, not like black and white, but like everything just seemed very gray. Oh, and there was one where I ran through Gotham and like everyone was talking about the Joker, and he was just like some guy. And I know that the Joker is probably supposed to be just some guy, but I mean like he was just some guy. Like he was just wandering around. He had a concussion. It was weird.
Weird shit.
There was no Batman. There were no metahumans. It was just Joker.
It was just one guy that looked like a clown.
Was Riddler implied to exist in the Joker movie, or did I just like dream that?
I don't fucking remember. I remember thinking Joker was pretty alright when I saw it. Like
Joker
I didn't hate
is funky
it
as a movie because it's got like what's the word? It's got like Joaquin Phoenix like doing his best and trying his hardest, but then like the script doesn't give enough like for the character to really bounce off of, and so you end up with an interesting and like fairly basic like tragic tale of a character, but it doesn't have that much to say or in specifics because I don't know, I guess the scriptwriters weren't like particularly committed.
Right.
In fact, I feel like it wouldn't have even been the only reason why I consider it like a Joker movie is because like there's enough plot points to deal with that dealing with Gotham, and that he thinks he's related to Thomas Wayne, which I thought was a neat concept.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, I thought that's a good premise, whether or not it's true, just because it's like, oh man, that would be cool. Like that's something that would be in like the Telltale games that I'd be like, ooh, that's a ballsy move.
Oh yeah,
like,
that'd be like yeah, that's like right up there with Vicky. That would be right up there with Vicky Vale being Lady Arkham.
Oh, spoilers.
Oh shit! I mean, come on, how old is that game by now? Like
probably pretty old, and I guess I didn't see every chapter of it.
Okay, I feel like if you haven't already either played through it at this point or watched a playthrough of it at this point, then that's on you.
I gotta get out of here. I got Vicky Bale.
I got a Vicky Bale.
We gotta stop these puns. They're gonna get Vicky stale.
Hey, Vicky, thanks for the tail. It was good. All of my people send you an email.
Right, Vicky Frail.
She's Vicky Frail. All of my people send you an email.
Vicky Frail jokes are so dumb. But man, it's so wild that like the biggest love letter to Batman as a franchise is like Lego Batman and the Lego movies. There's a lot of dumb jokes, but the fact that like in the second Lego movie, like it's like, oh, I'm no Selena Kyle, I'm no Vicky Vale. I was never into you, even when you were Christian Bale. Like, the fact that like the fact that there was like direct name drops and the character is like a fan, basically.
What the fuck is a retaining wall?
Probably one of these. Hold on.
I'm guessing it's a wall of some kind.
No, that's pond edging. Retaining wall is this. Yeah, it's one of these. The little short thing. It retains the like soil layer.
Yeah, it should be around here somewhere.
Oh, and the fact someone brought this up that like I noticed this in the theater that when Lego Batman is doing his rap, the like back melody is the animated series, like the one that goes hard. So it's like and they play that, and you know it's good because they use that melody in the trailer for what movie? The Flash. I mean, yeah, I know it's cultural cash, but like, please, it should have just been. It should have been called Flashpoint, or even better, just save it for later and make it that the Flash gets to meet the Batman. Oh, unrelatedly, Jack.
Just stop making Batman old.
Unrelated. I looked. Oh, I guess that wasn't clean.
Alrighty then.
This star thing. I'm trying to remember. I looked this up once. I think it's like a German or Dutch like settler thing that you see in the United States that supposed to bring good luck and I don't know. I forget what kind of cryptid it keeps out of your shed, but suffice to say, it should keep cryptids out of your shed, which I always thought was kind of neat.
Yeah, I still don't know where this retaining wall is at. There's like one retaining wall that we still
Well, look,
need to clean.
if this is, we cleaned this retaining wall, so the other one's got to be over here. Right here. There should be a point emote. That would be one.
That'd be cool. But
right?
where's
I'm guessing it's like right on the lip or something.
Where's the dirt?
Oh, retaining wall counts as the side of the stairs.
Oh, I see it.
What
I see it. I found some. It's down. It's because it's down here. You have to like go prone to see it.
It'd be funny if there's like a PowerWash like time bomb that you like plant like a spike, where it's like, oh, there's a lot of creases here, so you just like plant it and it's like, boop,
right,
and it creates like a little vortex.
Right. My background
decoration.
My background lore for this game is that it takes place in like some kind of Final Fantasy type universe, and the reason why it's these guys in particular who do it is because they handle all the crazy big jobs that no one else wants to because of how much monster shit you have to clean up.
You used to say like Death Stranding, which also made sense. I mean,
well, Death Stranding, yeah, Death Stranding is what I meant actually. I said Final Fantasy because I remember there was a Final Fantasy level here.
There's also a Final Fantasy thing. We'll get to that. It's great.
Yeah.
I love how I like lost my mind when you're doing a normal level. For those at home, when you're doing a normal level and you're wrapping it up, you'll get like texts from the client, which I love. It's very creative and it's a great way of like telling the player what's going on. But and they'll usually like text you throughout the sorry, I'm not fully focused. I'm telling a story. So and they'll text you throughout the level. Usually I'm guessing it's like a trigger based on what percentage you're done of with the level, which is very clever. I think that's cool. Which also means that usually when you're wrapping up, they'll be like, oh, hey, I got a friend who needs your help, or you'll just get a text from the next person who's like, oh, hey, I have a tricycle I need you to clean or whatever. Right. Which is really cool. But they added that to the not DLC, what is it? Like the add-on, like the like license expansion things too. So like you're doing the Final Fantasy one and you're cleaning like a giant death robot, and then I see this text and it's like text from Tifa Lockhart. Hey, I need the bar cleaned. I was just that Vine where it's like, anything for you, Beyonce. Just rushing in immediately.
Yes, Beyonce, whatever you sell, get right on it.
I haven't even played Final Fantasy. I just like powerful women in muscle shirts.
I have like one Final Fantasy game, and I want to get the rest of them because I want to play all the Final Fantasy games. But I want to play the ones that are most interesting to me first. Which at this point would be like Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 10. Wait, is it 15 or is it 16? It's the one with the Dude Bros road trip. The road trip with the Dude Bros.
Oh, I think that's 16.
Yeah, that's the one that I have.
And the thing is like I'm not sure how to feel about it because it's one of those games that I think, if I recall correctly, it's one of those games that like wasn't done cooking, so it has like a weirdly high amount of. It has like a really good amount of polish in some parts, but not all. Which
Yeah,
is why, like, if you watch it over someone's shoulder, you might think, "Oh, this must be a really good game," and they're like, "It's okay,"
yeah,
and you're like, "But it's got all this stuff."
yeah. I enjoyed
It's
what I played of
also
it.
I like the premise, like from the outside looking in, the sheer premise of what if you were driving around in a modern car, but also there was just like Final Fantasy princess uh, Final Fantasy explosions and politics going on, and I'm like, yes, yes,
Yeah,
bros road trip.
Bros Road Trip, which is pretty fun. I played a bit of it and I enjoyed it. I'll go back to it at some point. When I get on a Final Fantasy kick at some point, which will happen at some point in my life. And I'll be
If I
buying other
recall
Final Fantasy
correctly,
games when it happens. So
I haven't. I actually haven't done all of the. I haven't done this full game, but I also haven't done all the side levels. Hold on, I'm grabbing something to drink because I am
we
thirsty and I'm running out of
should
milk.
call it here.
We should. We should start wrapping up here. Because I had more to say.
Yes.
But it's wild because I assume that if it wasn't like a big team that did this, or if it wasn't a big team that did this, if it was like relatively small, then they must have really good like really agile like publishers or whatever because of the crossovers they've done or crossover the like licensed things where it's like, oh, they did like Final Fantasy, but like they do the Final Fantasy cars and all the nooks and crannies, and one, it gave me an appreciation for like the like what is it, the like vehicle models that they use, but it also gave me like an appreciation for regular cars not having like a bunch of anime like flanges on them that are hard to clean.
Yeah.
And like the fact that it did like Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, which I haven't done, and more recently they're adding as a promotional thing, I think with Dark Tide, they're making a Warhammer 40k one, which I just love that as a premise because it's like, yes, in the grim darkness of the 41st millennia, you don't have to be dirty, or you don't
Right.
have to have a dirty barracks room.
Yeah. Oh man. You know what I like about
But I would,
what?
yeah,
No,
I
I
was
was
gonna say
gonna.
I'd do an emote if I could. I ain't got no emotes in this game yet,
You
as far as
know.
I know.
You know what I really like about Final Fantasy 16 is Sid's daughter. Wait, how old is she? She. Look, man. They make her look very hot, so I'm going to assume that she's of age. If she's not,
You
then the
play a
game is
dangerous
gross.
game.
Yeah, if she's not, then that's gross, and the game's gross for doing that, and I don't approve of it.
But oh man, next time we get the opportunity, I think we should add. Considering that I don't know how many PowerWash YouTubers there are, but we can make that a thing where we just tell stories in PowerWash and we do all this stuff like methodically.
Yeah. This is good stuff. I want to do more of this stuff.
I might even get into that in the sense of like I could do the recording, if only because I'm very methodical and I like holding the camera.
All right, that's fair. I'm totally good with you recording these sessions. No skin off my bones.
So we will be picking up Phoenix right back where we left off
Yeah.
next week, but hopefully we'll add some Power Wash to that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll see you next time on Dragon. No, I'll see you next time on the Peepolorians with Taylor and Lujack.
See you next time on Old Batman Z. Oh wait, that's another point that I was trying to make. Like if they made
More old Batman thing.
no. Okay, here's one last thing. One last thing I wanna add about that. I said a bit. I was kind of saying this earlier, but the old Batman that I would be okay with is if they fucking is if it was Batman at the age he's at the beginning of the very first Batman Beyond episode, before he's on the cane, where he's like still active and doing the Batman thing, the one where he quits being Batman.
Oh, and then he's he's realizing that like
Yeah.
if he can't do it without a gun, then he shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Doing
so
it,
if you give us a whole movie that's that, and it's like a lead up to Batman Beyond, that would be fucking amazing.
You already set up your premise thing though, which is like it's his story of a realization that like his physical limits like are happening and that he's getting like that, oh no, I'm mortal like moment. But part of that is also like having an heir, basically, which would be the Terry McGinnis thing, and you got to have both.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think we're generally in agreement. If you're gonna have old Batman, you got to have a successor. If you don't, then you're setting up Batman into a setting with no Batman, and then it's whoa, Batman with no Batman.
Yeah, especially if it's just old Batman with a dead Jason Todd and none of the Robins seem to exist at all for some reason. Like, what the fuck? Where is everyone? Where's Batgirl?
Oh, no,
None of the
where the-
Batgirls are there either. Cassandra King's
Look,
hanging out with Harley
well,
Quinn,
Lujack,
but
you
honestly,
see
in this multiverse, that's probably a better fate for her.
Well, Lujack, there's no Batman because this is the Joker movie, and there's no Batgirl because we deleted the footage for question mark tax reasons question mark.
All right.
I'm never gonna let them live that down. Warner Bros, you know what you did.
All right, that's it for us.
Find me that found footage people.
Get on it.
Or lost media people. Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh my god. Stop making Batman old. God damn it.